Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, from Talismay Holistic College. Today we're going to demonstrate doing an acid peel on a client with a lot of little freckling, a lot of pigment on the skin. The last time I worked with this client and we did this peel, we literally was about 3 days later, a nice film that we literally removed as if it was a mask all over the skin. So that's what she's going to see probably within a couple of days' time. So the first thing we always do with a facial, you're going to do your facial moves, your facial cleansing, just as if you were doing a traditional facial. Everything is already set up as if you were doing the acid peel though. So I do have cleanser, toner, your acids. You're going to have your alcohol prep pads. You're going to have your brush and a fan ready. So let's go ahead and just place that up here with our client. Sometimes you can use a draping if you wish to. I'm going to actually just drape the client with the sheet itself. That will just go directly into the garbage / laundry. I have a mirror for her to look at later. Then after the peel is removed, we're going to use the toner, and the first product we put on is what she's going to need the most. The two products that I'm going to be applying are a liquid gold, which will help with any lining or elevation issue whatsoever. It could be a scar, it could be stretch marks, but slight wrinkles around the eyes, the forehead, and the mouth. And then because it's a pigmentation that we're going after with this, we're putting the Lighten and Lift through the Skin Miracles line on, and that Lighten and Lift increases the pigmentation to be lifted, and it also tightens and firms the skin. So let's get started. I'm going to use today the Oxygen Cleanser out of the Princess line. It's a very rich and kind of royal treatment, and it's great for our Colorado skins. And this client happens to live a little bit higher up in the elevation here in Colorado, so it's going to be an excellent base for her skin to keep healing. So basically it's just getting that product on. It's a very rich, silky cleanser. It does do some foaming up. You needed this to feel good for Christmas.
That's amazing.
This product has orchid in it, so it really helps the skin's durability and oxygen. And it's very concentrated, very high active ingredients, so you want to just use a small amount.
And what does the orchid do?
You know how the petals will stay long on an orchid plant for weeks, maybe months? And it really helps the oxygen level of the plant. That's why it blooms so long. It just takes in so much oxygen. And that's exactly what this does for the skin, is it really puts that oxygen saturation into the skin. So it really helps with any healing, wound healing kind of situation. So if you're doing lasers or after treatment peels, that kind of thing, this is the cleanser to put on there. Doing an acid peel is not a very long process for a spa, and there's a lot of add-ons that you could be doing. Like right now we could be having a foot soak on her so that later we go, and if she has a mask on after the peel, massage the feet and hydrate them and kind of get any dead skin off that we need. Those would be things that we would be thinking about adding as an add-on treatment that also makes the price of the bare treatment go up. in a lot of spas, acid peels run anywhere from 125 on up to 300, depending on the depth of the layers and all of the add-ons that you're putting onto the client's face, or treatment day, let's call it that. So no matter what you're doing when you're doing an acid peel with any of the WOW acids that we use, we're going to just take a small alcohol pad. You could also use a Hamamillus or some type of alcohol that really strips out any oil whatsoever, and a strong astringent works as well. And we're just going to, one side of the pad, do this. This is what the process is called, is defatting. And we're going to flip the pad, do the other side, bring that over. So this literally gives us a base to work from that has no fat or oils on the skin as we're working. So we have our glycolic out. The glycolics actually go after the fats or the hyperkeratinized skin. So if you have rough skin, dry, patchy spots, this is the acid peel for you. When I do these, I like a small sloping ramekin to work from. Even, you do not want to have any little globs sticking up. Be careful around the eye area. And notice where they have extra lines or small wrinkles, little crow's feet, things like that, so that you can make sure you get those in there. If you see an area that has large pores, let's definitely make sure we're going into that area. In some facials, they will teach you to start at the forehead and work to the chin. In other facials, they will teach you to start at the chin. I normally start at the chin, and then when I go back over, I'm increasing the depth of peel. So we want, and I have a little extra peel in here, so she's going to get a little extra blast today. This is going to end up being a little bit more of a peel that's more maybe a slight mid layer. So you're going to work one way, you're going to change your brush and go the other way. Work one way, change your brush direction, go the other way. Now, because it's probably really zinging in there, we're going to grab our fan and start fanning and look at our watches and start timing for 2 minutes. That helps, doesn't it? While you're sitting here waiting on your client's skin to have the timing going, you could be looking at the skin, seeing what's changing, checking any pigmented areas, looking at how their eyebrows are done, if they need a little wax, just noticing all the little things that you can possibly notice, and put those in your chart notes. She actually looks pretty good with her eyebrows, and the pigmentation I'm pretty aware of because I know this skin. So I don't see anything really new except a few lines, and that's because she's lost some weight since I've last seen her. So this helps to firm that up. You have the collagen molecules that are kind of weepy fibers, and when you put a drop of acid on them, they literally snap into place. So that's the firming action that we're talking about. The increased benefit besides the firming is that what she does after the peel, when we put the toner on, all those treatment products are going to penetrate much deeper layers of skin than what they would have if she just had a basic facial. Acid peels, microderms are probably your #1 treatment for doing in a spa area. And I can see some redness on her skin now, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the product. Is it burning?
Mm-hmm.
So she's got really, really sensitive skin. I would not use anything but a glycolic on someone who has ethnic skin, because the glycolic will go after the pigment. No, excuse me. Glycolic will go after the keratin, the hyperkeratinization on the level. It'll help to smooth out any elevations that you might have, any lines and wrinkles, dry skin patches, that sort of thing. But a salicylic on a pigmented skin can be really damaging. If they're a black or Native American nationality, a salicylic is not indicated. This already has brightened up her skin, just these. And then I can see where some of the darker pigments are, pigmented areas are. I can look at those, and at a different appointment I can choose to treat those and lighten those up. But I am going to put some Lighten and Lift on her today anyway, because that serum's going to start the lightening process. So then with her, I'm going to use a toner that's out of our Cougar Powers line, and this is our antioxidant, which is all of our anti-aging line. And I'm just placing a toner and the molecules down into the pores, just placing it in. I'm not massaging it in, I'm just placing it in. That brings that pH down from the 2s, where it was with the peel, back up to almost a 6.5, 7. That's one of the things that aids in the peel itself. If you're dealing with somebody who has a low pH all the time on their skin and you're doing a peel, you're probably not going to get as dramatic a difference in the peel till you get that skin conditioned with a high pH product line. So then again, I'm placing in her skin the liquid gold. This is our #1 product. It's all the peptides, high dose of vitamin C that's encapsulated. We have a delivery system patent on that. And then I'm going to let that set for a couple minutes. I might even choose to fan it a little bit. And then I'm going to put the Lighten and Lift on her, put a massage cream on her, and some SPF, and send her home. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.